What's up, you guys? I have a series of 4 drawers that look kind of like this with like baskets and they're categorized. I gotta go through those, and then there's a small portion of my makeup counter that I want to declutter. I call it my makeup dashboard. If you follow me on Instagram, you kind of have seen it and know what I'm talking about. But I figured let's just jump right in. I just need to dwindle this down. I need to get rid of old stuff. Let's go. So here is blush and bronzer. These I am not going to get rid of. This is the ColourPop Alice in Wonderland collection. I didn't pick up the whole collection, but I did pick up the blushes. They're really pretty. The colors look kind of intimidating, but they actually aren't at all. They're just very subtle and soft. So I really like this. The packaging, this one I still have, and the packaging is just so cute. Soft pink. So keeping these in mind as my newest blushes, I'll be decluttering some other ones. Actually, let's just take things out. Like a keep pile and a state pile here. This is a keep. It's kind of like that Alice in Wonderland blush, but it has a sheen to it. This is from Clinique. So it's really pretty too, and it's nice and travel friendly. This is Heather Pop number 14 in the Blush Pop series. I love these. This is from Moira Cosmetics. It's one of their ombre blushes, and I've had this one a while. It's pretty well used. I've done demos and things with this. At the time, I was really into this hot pink color. This purple doesn't necessarily suit me that well. And the yellow, I would just rather use yellow eyeshadow. It's like more pungent, and it's usually when I'm trying to do yellow blush trend, I like want it to be really strong and obvious that that's what I'm doing. So I think I'm going to declutter this. 2 others I have are Orange Blossom and Soft Berry. I think I'm going to keep these. I always reach for this. Another reason I can get rid of that other one is there's this nice yellowy color here. So I really reach for this when I want something bright. This one I'm going to keep as well because it does have like that deep shade, and I don't really have anything like that in my collection as far as blush. So here's my cream blushes. I have 2 from ColourPop, At First Blush and Brute Flute. This one's a really nice sheen to it, kind of like a rose gold kind of shade on the cheeks. It's really, really pretty. Really like it. And this one is like really similar but more of like a bubblegum color, but they both have that like nice sheen to them that I like in a blush these days, so I'll be keeping both of those. This Moira one, I've panned it. It's getting pretty old, but I do want to finish it up. This is my favorite cream blush formula. This is the Love Heat Cream Blush. This is in the shade I Respect You. They have some other ones in this color family now that look very enticing, but for now just this one is good, and it's almost done. I will be replacing it and probably picking up a second shade to try. And this a lot, but this is my favorite way to apply those is with one of these e.l.f. putty brushes. It's so good in that combination. Okay, moving on to bronzers. This is a Moira one. I'm debating on keeping this or getting rid of it. I think I want to keep it for a little while longer. Kind of want to get rid of more. Maybe I should get rid of this one. I'm going to keep it for now. I still use it quite a bit. It's just, I'm trying to pan this one, and this one I've been really enjoying. Like, of the 2, I like this Milani one better. Okay, there, I said it. I should show down these 2. This one does have like a sheen to it that's really pretty, which I think is why I'm reaching for it. It reminds me of the MAC like skin finish ones. There's no glitter or anything to it. It's just like a very subtle, pretty glow. This one is matte despite this little overspray on it. Very cute, but it's very same as like this type of formula where it's very pigmented. You gotta be gentle, go easy. It does stay a while and blend out nicely though. The shade range that I'm aware of at this time is pretty warm golden too, so I like having that color family, like having some choices. I think I'll keep it for now. It might be on the chopping block next time. This one is one of my favorites. It's definitely going to be missed. You can't tell this used to be like a dome and now it's got, so it's quite panned even though it doesn't look like it. I would replace this if I could. I'm not sure if this is still an available product to Flower Beauty or not. I'm not really sure what is going on with Flower Beauty. So I think I can replace this when I'm ready, but for now this is so good. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of a strange color, but in like a good way. It's contours you, and yeah, very pretty, very unique. It's kind of like grayish for a bronzer without being too contoury, but also contouring. It's weird. It's a good one. Okay, this is a keep as well. Bronzer is just like my favorite thing out of blush. I'm like, meh, but bronzer I love. Jacqueline, I still have the sticker on. I don't ever use or need the mirror. And then this is supposed to smell like toffee. It still does. It smells really good. I like the way it smells. This is the color Top Down. Really, really pretty. I like this one, and I do compare this one and the Moira colors quite a bit to each other. Did I talk about the Clinique one? I think the Clinique one got bundled in here. It's similar packaging to Moira. It is not, I'm not getting rid of it. It's got this beautiful sheen. It's a very light, like milk chocolate color. It's such a subtle, like, kiss of color. You can't overdo it. I overdo it on accident quite a bit in a product like this from Clinique. Let's see, this is the Powder Pop Flower Bronzer, and this is the shade Solar Pop. Really, really cute. So I'm gonna keep all of those. Great, so I got rid of one thing so far. Let's go into this back one. I've got a couple of these liquid. I just replaced these not too long ago. I'm going to keep these. This is the Liquid Illuminator Born to Glow. I really, really like these. They're pretty nice. They are one of those where like it's kind of got like this pressure going on, so they just kind of self-disperse if the cap is open in any way, so you gotta be careful, but very pretty. And those are in the shade Gleam and Sunbeam. Okay, so this one, I think I'm gonna get rid of this, or at least put it out to get rid of. I think I'm gonna get rid of both my Soul Body things. These were just too chunky glittery where they just didn't really stay, and then the glitter transferred. Yeah, it's just, I think it's time for it to go. It's not really serving its purpose anymore in my collection. I don't know that it ever did, to be honest. Maybe that's the problem. This is new. This is not going anywhere. This lovely lady right here. This is from the Heather Austin and Unearthly Cosmetics collab. This is the Resurgent Highlighter Duo. Love this. It's so cute. It is glittery, but I still love it anyway. That's not going anywhere. Oh, I love these. These are like the only powder highlights I really have are from Juvia's Place. That one's like a rose gold, and this one's a true gold, which I feel like I should get rid of one, but since I don't have that many highlighters, we're gonna keep them. Let's see, let's get rid of one of these. I have Spoon, Flexitarian, and Frosted. Do I really need all of these from ColourPop? Okay, Frosted needs to be replaced. It is like the most beautiful golden shade, but it is beat to heck. It needs to go. So let that one slide. These two are really similar. I feel like one of them can go. Let's see, Spoon and Flexitarian. Spoon and Flexitarian. One is subtle, one is blinding, like silvery. I really want to keep the gold too. Let's see. I think I'm gonna get rid of Flexitarian. All of these are old. Like I can replace these if I need to. I do love Super Shock highlighters though, but I think I'll keep that one. This is Spoon. There's more this really subtle one, although this does have glitter in it. They kind of all do. I have one more here, but since it's with my makeup dashboard, I'm not getting rid of it. It's called Wisp, and it's very similar. It's like golden as well. So cute. I'm running out of space here. So I'll keep that one and get rid of Frosted. So I am getting rid of too. I have Flexitarian and Frosted I'm getting rid of. That makes me sad, but they're old. I can let them go. I have a whole bunch of MAC lipsticks back here. Twig. I love Twig. That's like a staple one, but I do have a lot in that color family now. Stone. I think I'm going to get rid of Stone. It's like a brown gray color. It looks really cool on the lips, but I'm just not reaching for it. This one is Really Me. I also have Blankety. I like Blankety a lot. This is this is an amplified. And then Instigator I'm gonna get rid of because I have Sheba now from Juvia's Place. Oh, here's the other one. Modesty is the cream sheen. I really like the cream sheen. I might have to dupe those out. I don't need that many. Ooh, Mare. Mare's a good one too. I'm gonna keep Mare and get rid of Twig. They're pretty similar. I think Twig is much older too. Twig, and here's Mare. Mare's like a little bit more pink. We'll keep Mare, get rid of Twig. And then these three, I need to duke it out with them because they're very similar. So I'm gonna get rid of Blankety. This one's a newer one. I'm gonna keep this. It won't take long to pan it. It's kind of like a shimmery color. It came in a trio called Sugar Spiked. So I will keep those. My bullet lipsticks are all, other than that, Juvia's Place. Right now they're in my makeup dashboard, so we'll just leave that alone for now and move on to here. This is where it's like, gets a little bit more chaotic and definitely needs some organization or dwindling down. I've got glosses here. These are both staying. I love this Moira one. It's so pretty. It's like a really juicy, thick, pigmented red. I love it if you like a glossy red lip. This is great. It's called Red Hot, and it's from the Luminizer Lip Gloss. I have not tried other colors to know if they're all as pigmented as this, but you know, sometimes you get like a red gloss and it's just like a subtle little hint of color. This is not that. This is like a liquid lipstick, but gloss form. But it's really pretty, and you know, it's not too much to handle. That sounds like messy and crazy, and it's no more than any other red lip in my opinion. So great product, recommend that. Like that one. This is another gloss. I just keep putting it back in its packaging. It's so cute. I'm not sure if I should do a video or not, but this is the Bella Beauty Bar lip gloss. And what shade did I get? It's hard to read on the bottom. Fun House. It's like a really cool greeny gold color. I did swatches on Instagram and stuff of it. Has a little peppermint scent, which is nice. But yeah, love that. That's not going anywhere. We can probably take her out of the packaging and let it go. I'm trying not to like hold on to packaging anymore, but it's hard. I don't know why I like those things. Okay, the other gloss that I will be keeping, this is another piece from the Unearthly and Heather Austin collection. Going to keep this. It's really pretty. Let's take out all these liquid lips because these are all staying. Okay, so this is the Plush formula. So it's like a lip cream that doesn't dry down. It's like a really nice soft matte lip cream type situation. And then these are the dry down liquids. And they're really pretty. I recommend this formula all the time. Their Lip Divine liquid lips are very, very nice. None of these are going anywhere. In fact, they're usually on my makeup dashboard. So let's just pick through the ones that are just old and it's time to let them go. I might keep this one for a little longer. I'm not into this grayish. I love this blue, but it's gone and old. So that's all about that. These are going. Honestly, all I can say is it just didn't get fun to talk about that brand anymore, so I don't, but I do really like the formula, and I tried these out to see if it was similar. They're not. I don't particularly love this formula. I don't hate it either, but I won't be like repurchasing. I'm gonna try different brands, so not awful, but not recommendable either. It just was one of those that like dries down and starts to flake apart, at least on me. By the end of the day, you can't really reapply it. Colors are beautiful. It just didn't feel that like luxurious on the lips, which few like years ago at the beginning of the liquid lipstick game, I can see why these were so popular. I would have loved this, but now like everyone has just upped their game so much that these are just not, you know, as good as others. So I would say save your money and get the ones from Moira, but this is Brick and Truffle, just classic shades, you know, that deep kind of terracotta red that I like. Ooh, this one's getting a little thick and weird, but this is Brick. It's just kind of like a nice nude, but I like having these. They're just staple colors, and it's just nice to have something I can grab and go. I'm going to keep them for now. Oh, this one, I don't know how I feel about this one. I could do a whole video on this one. It's an interesting product. It's one of those like liquid vinyl ones where you put it on and it's supposed to stay glossy, but I have a lot of trouble with it. As far as the application, it's sticky and weird. You can overdo it. It smells bad. Like, and then as far as wearing it, you know, the glossiness is there for a while, but it is one of those where like the oils kind of come to the surface, and then by the end of the day, you just have like no glossiness left. So it's an interesting product to try, but I struggle with it, and it's not something that I necessarily enjoy. Like I can just put on a gloss over lip, or I've got the Moira glossy lip that I much prefer. Like this is not transfer proof, whereas this is, so I mean there is that to it, but as far as this like feeling comfortable and applying easily, it doesn't. So, but I mean look at the packaging, and the ironic thing is some of the bullet formulas I haven't talked about yet. Maybe I should have pulled those over. We'll do those last. Is my favorite formula from Get Beauty is their other bullet lipsticks. So yeah, we'll talk about those in a little bit. Get rid of it, and because I know I have this one. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get rid of it. I might use this one more time, but it's gotta go. Bye. Bye. This Love Lip Crush, I do need to like, you know, pan it, but it is such a pretty orangey red, and it's a liquid lip. It semi dries down. It's kind of like a liquid lip cream hybrid. It's very, very comfortable. It's a little watery to apply, so you got to go easy, but it the applicator and everything makes it extremely easy. It's spongy and soft, and I really like this product and this component too. I just love like little grab and go, throw in a bag. So this one is staying. Love this one. Another great one. But this is the Juvia's Place Black Liquid Lipstick, and it is divine. It is so good, and it's always on sale, so this one is just like slept on. If you love black liquid lipstick, get this. So these are the Maybelline New York Matte Ink. I have two. I have one in their black. They call it Thrill Seeker, and I have a Caramel Collector. Not gonna lie, this one got me because it smells like caramel. Yep, smells like coffee. It does. It smells so good. Smells like a caramel coffee. So these are interesting. They definitely take a while to dry down, and you know, you can be take a little time for the application of it, but then they stay really well. They're comfortable. The black, for whatever reason, was like shiny on me for a while, even after it seemed to have dried down. So it's really interesting. Didn't know how to feel about it for a while, but I do have these in my collection and enjoy reaching for them. I kind of just forgot I have them. So now that things are nice and dwindled down here, I can take this jewelry out. The kids come in here. I can kind of see what I have going on. So the exception of, I put these aside here. So I can put these back so we get a more realistic idea of what this is looking like. There we go. In fact, the Plush Cream I'm going to separate and put with the bullet lipsticks, even though it's just not a dry down. So there we go. That's it for drawer 1. Drawer 2. Let me readjust here. I have all my nails back here. I should show you, like, I kind of have a problem here. Don't judge me. Or do, whatever. Look at So it started with this one, which I haven't even put on or tried yet because I got obsessed with these. So I've got Oogie Boogie. I don't know if you can tell what that is. I've got this ombre green. And then this coffin black, and it's like a matte black. They're all so cool and pretty, but yeah, that's where I just stashed the nails that I haven't put on yet. I wish I had time to have done them today, but that's where I keep those. I'm not getting rid of any of those. Those are kind of a newer thing. This is just a random little hoarder's box. I believe these are empty, but they're good for travel. Oh, no. All my perfumes are in here. I had more. My kids ran off. They were filling my purse with fun things, like a little play store. So I had like a full set of these miniatures in here. I'll have to put those back when I find them. This is really where I need to focus on here. Easy peasy. I'm getting rid of these. I'm actually have been like dying to do this video so I can get rid of these. The shimmers were just not that impactful. So this is just their standard. They call it the Diamond Days. This is their liquid shadow that's like a shimmer. Didn't really care for it that much. It's okay. These, yeah, I just didn't like, and they're all dried out now. So even if you do like these, they're not going to last very long in your collection. So we're going to declutter all of these. They're dried out, even though I have so much product left. Decisions. If anything, because I've panned it, I should keep it. I think I'm going to get rid of both of these. It's time. The one that I am keeping is Infinity. It's like this taupe to teal shift. I like this one a lot. Use that one a lot. These are all pretty new. I went through them in a recent declutter of my cream shadows, so I'll just show them to you really quickly. I'm not going to get rid of any. This is the Kathleen Lights. Ooh. Might be time to get rid of that one. That one's feeling a little dry now. I don't reach for orange a lot. That one's just so like nostalgic and has a lot of yellow to it and being like a cream. Ooh, I don't reach for orange a lot. Ooh, you guys, I didn't know I was doing this. Oh, it's going in the maybe. I think it's time to let that one go. This one's new. This is Moonwalk. It's kind of like Tea Garden. Really, really pretty. Lime green. This one Stains. It's a bit newer to me though. New-ish. But I'm trying not to let my Super Shocks get out of control. It got really out of control for a while. I might keep one, but these were like pretty much the only product that really, really disappointed me from Moira, and that was the Everlust Shimmer Cream Shadows. I did a demo video on this, kind of showing you and explaining why, and hopefully it made enough sense that none of you were disappointed either. You either knew what you were getting or didn't waste your money. Here are the shades I got. They look very promising when you swatch them. They're really creamy and pretty, but when you put them on the eyes, they were just like clear and oily and kind of weird. So they didn't work out for me. I'm going to get rid of the shade Olive Grove, which was like a green. I'm going to get rid of the shade Mocha Bronze. And it's, for me, the toss-up is between two similar ones, this taupe or this dazzling brown, which I just love that name. And it is a very dazzling brown. You can see I've dipped into that one quite a bit. Maybe I think I'm going to keep dazzling brown and let go of the taupe. So put that back. And then these two, so these are the three I'm getting rid of. You guys, I'm doing good here. Started off not so promising with blushes and stuff, but yeah, those have got to go. These I love. And these are the Moira Star Show Shadow Pots. They're very high shine. Like, I've gotten rid of a lot of my single eyeshadows in this color just because I reach for this one instead. So, and it is travel friendly. Like, you have that little cover and then this. So it's like their usual, it's just like this. Similar packaging. I'll be keeping both shades, and then I have OMG, which is kind of like that teal to green to gold flip. So that's it for this drawer. Let me show you where we're at, and then we'll keep going. Okay, so here's a quick look, you guys, at what I've decluttered so far, just in those two drawers. Oh my gosh, like It's crazy, but I got rid of a lot of good stuff. This stuff, I don't think there's quite as much to get rid of. This is just like powders and primers. I like both of these eye primers. These are from Moira. Same product, different colors. This is Rose Sand. And this is just beige, but they work decent. I wouldn't say get two. I'd say just go get a MAC paint pot for the price of two of these. But if you are just looking to pick something up, try something, need something like this, works really well as far as giving the shadow something to stick to and making them more vibrant. As far as lasting longer and making my eyes more textured, which they already are a little bit, it didn't really help. I got creasing with this too if I didn't set it, so it can be tricky to play with. It's not always like the perfect product, but I do like concealing with it, and I do like reaching for it just as a quick base, so I'm kind of lukewarm about it. There's good and bad. I'm not getting rid of either one because I do kind of like both colors for different circumstances. This is a great product. I like this one, the Moira Primer Balm. I'm not sure if I'll pick up more. It is, for me, more moisturizing and more of like, it just makes my skin feel nice than it really affects my makeup, I noticed. It's not all that color correcting either, but I do just like the way it feels on my skin. So it's the Dream Canvas Color Correcting Primer Balm. These are just kind of like, you know, moisturizers for my lips. I have one from Clinique. It's a pink color that I actually can't stand, but I always wind up wiping it off and doing makeup with it, so that's kind of that. My foundations here, which this I believe is being discontinued, so these will basically be gone. This has been long since discontinued. It's a full bottle, but I literally bought 10 of these. Like, it's the only product that I really was like, I am buying backups. And I think they were like on clearance for about $3 a piece. But this is the Flower Beauty. I have it in the shade Buff Beige, and it's the EE. I think it's supposed to stand for Erase Everything. But I mean, it's just like a tinted foundation balm. I mean, it's so amazing. It's so fast. It's so like, Lasai, this is the last. Like, yeah. We won't talk about it anymore, but basically that'll be gone too. So all of my foundations are gone because I pretty much just don't have one. Realistically, I'm going to use these up so they will stay there, but I mean, I am looking for a foundation, looking for recommendations. I have the NARS skincare one, but I'm not going to spend $50 on foundation every few months. These are my concealers. Eraser Multi-Use Concealer. This one's staying. It's new. I just replaced it. Can't stop using it. If I don't have it, I miss it. This is in the shade 121. I think I used to use shade 120 and I just can't find it anymore. 121 works fine too. It's lighter and I use it for sculpting also. These are all okay. Feel lukewarm about them. I wouldn't necessarily repurchase them. The Moira ones are like really, really similar. This one is just like a bit more fluid and liquidy, so it gives you that like blendability, sheerness, and more skin-like. Their Mega Concealer is like full coverage. Like, you put it down, it's not going anywhere. The edges blend out nicely, but like highly recommend like you get the right color depending on what you're doing with this. So it can be really great for spot concealing and things, but I got it for lightening and brightening, so unless I'm doing an insanely full coverage face, I just don't really have a use for this. I just don't have it in the right color. These two work similarly to each other, I would say, as far as just being that more fluid, kind of skin-like and natural. You don't get the fullest amount of coverage. I find that this is more drying than this one, so I will probably play with this one a little more or try it out in a newer color, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. This is a great summer product. This will be gone soon as well. It's just like a moisturizing, and it gives you like a little subtle hint of color. In fact, I actually want to put this more with the primers. I think I didn't even know that was in there. And then back here, I've got pretty much the only like face palettes I have, and that is the NYX. You can see it's beat up. I probably would be decluttering this soon. Maybe I need to find just like a nice contour powder shade. But I'd rather have like 2 compacts than this big old face thing stuck back here. That'll be getting used up soon. That's mostly what this drawer is. I can't really declutter it now, but it'll be getting used up soon and be gone. Next is my other face palette, and it's blushes and highlighters. My child got to this, so don't mind those little pokies. That was the end of an eyeshadow. I have these like unicorn ones, so they're quite pokey on the end, and I didn't realize that's what she was doing. That's just a slight casualty to some fun. But I love the tones in this. I won't get rid of this. That's why I don't have a lot of blush. I just like, this covers it. You know, I've got that warm honey kind of undertone, the plum undertone. These lean more like peach terracotta than the other 2 that I have. These look similar, but this one has like a lot more pink to it. And same thing with the Alice in Wonderland one. It's a lot more like light pink, whereas this is peachy in comparison. So I do like keeping these. It just gives my collection a well-roundedness. I like the grab and go of this. I love the artwork. So this is a keep for sure. Just wanted to show it to you. Then I just have some like eyelash glue and things back here that aren't really that exciting. Okay, on to the countertop. This is where it gets really chaotic. This is what I call my makeup dashboard. I'm not going to focus on eyeshadow palettes today. There's what I've kind of decluttered. Here is where we're going to be working next. These are all favorites and staples because they're up here. I do have a few that I probably could weave out or like replace with newer versions. For instance, this can get weaved out. Another product like that other Soul one, just not getting used. Love. Favorite all-time red lipstick formula. This is the Anaheim Shine, which means it's a satin in the color Original Recipe, which is this glorious red. Favorite lipstick. Let's see. Oh, I forgot I had this one, the Walk of No Shame. I'm gonna go ahead and hang on to that one a little longer. Although that's really similar to Mare. I might have to reconsider keeping Mare. Maybe I'll get rid of Mare and keep that one. They're so similar. I wonder if MAC still has that program where you can trade them in. This is a beautiful orangey red. It needs to get used up, but I'm going to keep it a little longer. Hopefully finish that up. These are newer to me. I have Nile and Nubian Sand. They are gorgeous. This is by far becoming like my favorite bullet formula, period. More of the same thing. I have Libra and Sheba, which is it's a really pretty black shade. I need to share that on camera sometime. Libra's really neutral and light. This is like a mauve version of this, which is like a pinky peachy shade. So they're very, very light nude lip liners, but I kind of like doing the ombre thing, wearing something really deep and then doing this lately. So keeping all of these. The last one is Clay. And Clay is kind of first in line for so many others. Like, I'm gonna get rid of them because I have Clay basically. So let's get into this next. The last ones are the other 2, a part of that MAC trio that I showed you earlier. They're like really similar. One's light, one's deep. Here is another red. It's like a mini version of the one I showed you. I've got some skincare here. Clinique, the Moisture Surge, of course. This is kind of like the Shop My Stash here. So I've got the e.l.f. one. I forgot what this was called. I think Sunkissed or something. It's like their only shade, but it was their putty, or no, their primer infused. I have NARS, and then I have this gloss from Maybelline I really like. I've got brows up here. I've got my Brow Stylist, ColourPop gel, and then this one, this liquid brow wax I'm trying out. It's okay. I'm gonna try and find better ones. Things I do want to get rid of, I think, is this. This is packaging from Give Me Glow. However, the blushes inside are from a really old Lunatic Lab Cosmetics. Love the shades, but I'm not reaching for them, so this is gonna go. Could probably get rid of a couple of these. I know I'm not going to get rid of yogurt, and I'm not going to get rid of French fry. I've gotten rid of milk before, and I always like repurchase it. And then this one, I'm getting rid of the Moira green instead, and I'd rather keep this jumbo pencil. Let's see if I can dig it out. I'm gonna get rid of this one and keep this. It's just like more of a better base for me. And in the video where I talk about the more Lucent Cream shadows, I show you this as a base. So I'm going to keep that. And I think I'm going to get rid of Rust. It's discontinued. It's pretty old. I love all of these. These are my ColourPop Lippy Sticks collection. I consider these more like a bullet lipstick formula. Some of them are more satin, some of them more matte. But I love all of these. It's just time to let some go because they're getting old. So that would be Jam Sesh. It was one of my first ones that I tried in this formula. Really pretty, like strawberry red. I've worn that a lot on my Instagram. I'm going to get rid of that one. And if I'm missing it, I'll replace it. But for now, I have a lot of those Give Beauty reds, so I think I am good there. I am going to get rid of Love Life. This is one of my favorites. It's so beautiful, but I think I'm actually going to replace it for a new version. Same thing with Goldie. I think I will replace it and get a new one. So get rid of Goldie. It's like a dark red. That leaves us with Unreal, Cookie, and Good Times. These are kind of my newer ones. Coyote Ugly, I think I'll finish up. It's kind of in the middle as how old it is, but that's all that's left. It's just that. So this is pretty much done, but I do want to finish it. Oh my gosh, so that just leaves these three left for now. That's crazy. Okay, and then over here is another beloved but discontinued product. So this is when it's gone, but I actually just replaced this. This is from M Cosmetics in their Lip Cloud. This is Nude Rose, and it smells like chocolate. It's such a beautiful formula, but it is no longer available. I don't know why they do that to me, but it happens a lot. I could do like a whole series on that. Okay, I keep all my eyeliners back here. They're quite the mess right now. I think I'm going to put them on the counter and we'll go through them. Alright, so this is from Moira, and this is their glitter liner. Loved this product. I am almost done with it, but luckily it's not drying out so far. I had a lot of issues with other glitter liquid products drying out. This is their glitter liner, seems to be holding up. I am starting to get to the bottom where the wand can't quite reach though, which is the other issue with some of the components I have. Keeping this though, this is called, I believe, Pink Aurora. Yeah, it's really pretty. So that's gonna stay with my line. So there's this nice blue. It came free with my last order from them right before they closed. I like bought some stuff with the sale. I don't really have anything that's like a midnight blue, and I do reach for it from time to time, so I'll keep this one. It is from ColourPop. Love their cream gel liner formulas, and love these, won't get rid of these. Honeydew I use in the waterline all the time, and then the colorful ones are just really great for like kind of changing the vibe of a look. It's really pretty if you just like want to do it in the waterline is where I specifically use these, so none of these are going. These are a great formula, one of my favorites. My next one, I'm sorry to say I didn't really care for this Moira gel liner in comparison to the ColourPop. I liked Moira's color selection, but unfortunately the performance just wasn't enough to knock my ColourPop out of first place, and being that they're really similar price points, I'm reaching for the ColourPop ones more. They just work better in the waterline, which is where I want my colorful liners to be. And let's see, I think this came with like a sharpener and everything. So I mean, it's fairly nice. It's just, it didn't have a lot of stay power, which is what I want in the waterline. So I filmed with these and showed you these, and I've talked about these in a ranking as well. I'm just not reaching for this, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of the, see, how is this one performing? This is a good one. This is their brown in the dip liner, but I think it's starting to get a little chunky from being older. I might have to try this one out and see if it's okay. This is a nice one for just like a liquid brush tip. We'll say maybe for now. This one is gonna go, it's just used up and dried out. I noticed that like yesterday in between filming the last time I tried to finish this and now, and I'm like, oh, I could just throw this in the video. So it's used up, but I love this one. Probably won't replace it just because I'm not really sure what's going on with the brand. To me, they're kind of iffy. It's like the website has stuff, Ulta has stuff, but they're not really that consistent anymore. So yeah, this will go just once you're finishing it. Okay, the last of these, wait, tricky. I love these for the colors. These two wound up being very similar. Obviously this has more cherry, this has more wine, but like they're not as different as the caps are. They look very similar. I'm just struggling with like which one to keep out of these two. I should probably let one go, and in the meantime I just keep both. This one is the most unique as a liner. I feel like this is kind of like, you know, comes in a lot of different varieties of brands, or even mascara comes in this color. These two I loved. I will keep. Definitely this one. This one was a favorite. I just liked how it performed. I liked how it looked. I liked putting shadow over it and creating little like ombre effects. So this was just fun. These two are like no-brainer keeps if you need to know in my collection. Just they performed really well. These ones are the ones that are kind of the maybes. I want to keep one of these reds. I feel like this one's the most unique, but this is one I've actually been reaching for a lot. Decisions. I think I'm gonna be bad and just keep all of them for now. Kind of play with them a little longer. Maybe update you guys. I think I did kind of say I wouldn't be quick to declutter them, but they're not a favorite. They're not worth really saying go out and get, unless you love the color selection that I love, and they don't come off. These just do not come off. My goodness. Okay, love this one, Moira Jumbo Liner. That is going to stay. I'm gonna think about those a little longer. I feel like I should get rid of one or two. Oh, okay, yeah. Here is Clinique and Pixie Beauty. Love both of these. They're just like sultry coal black pens, so they are great. Keeping those. Maybe quickly, mascaras are back here. I don't think I have anything to declutter except for one is empty. So let me just show you what I have, because these are all really good mascaras. The Milani Anti-Gravity. This one I think is the one that is almost out, and so I need to replace this. So getting rid of this, but I need to replace it. Some mascaras get better as they like kind of run out. If you know, you know. This one did not. It gets a little bit chunkier the closer you are to running out, so that was interesting. But I do love that one. I've already bought like 2 of those. It'll need to buy a third. This is another one I've bought many of over the years. The Clinique High Impact Mascara. Love this one. It's about 20 bucks a tube, so it's higher end to me on the price scale, but I really, really like the way it looks. It's kind of like that natural soft lash. It definitely defines things, has a little lengthening power, but it's not gonna overdo your look by any means. Good for like no makeup kind of thing, or you know, just popping on some mascara and lengthening. Then same version but waterproof. I hardly ever use waterproof, but this is great. So I have that still for when the smaller travel one runs out. Voluminous Original Lash. I love this formula very much. I always buy it in this burgundy color, and then I also buy it in the black, which I ran out of. So you don't see that today, but usually you'll see 2 voluminous in my collection. Love that one. And then this one was a recommendation. Really, really great. This Bambi Eye Mascara. Oh my gosh, I love this one so much too. This is another one that I just replace a lot. And in all honesty, I sometimes think about it being a dupe for this one. They do a very similar effect where there's just that like butterfly kind of wispy lash, but it's definitely like lengthening and separating and just very pretty, but it isn't the most like heavy looking lash either. So all right, I think that's it. Let me just like show you guys. Oh my goodness. Let me clean up here and show you guys a little bit of stuff that I got rid of in this video. Okay, here's the bin. Here is everything. I'm actually really shocked that it like filled this, like how much I did decide to get rid of. Some stuff like this, I just knew like 3 of those were gonna go easily, but yeah, some of this I'm kind of shocked. So I might dip into it and play with it one last time before it goes, but yeah, that is my decluttering my vanity area today, with the exception of eyeshadow stuff. I'm not ready to do that, but this was screaming to get rid of me, and you can see why. I got rid of all of this now. I'm gonna have to go reorganize and do my drawers. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one.